be an awesome hype man one day. Like, you know how in songs there's that guy who just goes, yeah, oh, on top, but doesn't actually sing anything? Like, that will be this kid right here. You earned it.
So, is any advice for like making a show?
That's an awesome question. Any advice for making a show? I mean, you know, it's weird. You already have my best advice inside of you, which is to get people's attention. I mean, that's actually true. I would say that, you know, a lot of people come to me and they say, what pencil can I draw with that will make me a great artist? Or what school can I go to that will get me into the industry? What website should I visit that will make me an animator? And the truth is, it doesn't matter what school you go to, it doesn't matter what pencil you draw with, it doesn't matter what website you go on. What matters is what you do. I'll say right now, and this didn't always used to be the case, but say a couple decades ago, let's just hop back a few. It used to be that if you wanted to make a TV show, you had to go to Hollywood, you had to get an agent, you had to hustle and hustle and hustle and beg someone to read your script, and usually they wouldn't. We are so lucky to live in the present because now we have the internet. And if you make something cool, if you make something that gets people's attention, if you make something so weird or funny or annoying or crazy or beautiful or heartfelt or whatever, but it's so something, you will get noticed. And this is something I discovered. You know, I made a student film, and people say, oh, so you're saying you have to go to Cal Arts? And I say, well, that actually had nothing to do with the attention my student film got, because I made the film at school, people watched it, they liked it, whatever, then I put it on YouTube. When Disney called me up, they didn't say, hey, we loved your college degree, or hey, we heard that you drew with a Sharpie and we like Sharpies. They said, we saw your film on YouTube. It was funny, it got our attention. That's sort of the answer. You know, a lot of people are waiting for someone else's permission, or waiting for the moment, or waiting for the chance. When can I start creating? And the answer is, you can start creating right now. You can grab a camera, and you can cut up some cardboard and draw faces and make them dance, and if it's funny enough, it will become viral, and then President Obama will be like, yes, we've all seen Cardboard Friends, it was a delight. That happens now. You know, actually, the guy we were just talking about, Matt Chapman, who's one of our writers, the way I knew about him was because I saw his funny stuff online. I've been a fan for a long time. I mean, so the broadest answer to that question is, make something that people won't forget, and then they'll want to work with you. But that's kind of a big picture answer. I'd say the smaller picture answer is, in terms of animation, I had a great animation teacher when I went to school. His name was Cornelius Cole III. He was about 1 billion years old. He had a long white beard to his knees. He kind of looked like Old Man McGuckin, except he had like a deep, gravelly voice. He kind of looked like those tree monsters from Lord of the Rings, those we've been around for thousands of years, that kind of thing. And he looked so much like a wizard. He literally had a stick with a Sharpie taped to it, and he would hold it and draw like this, like, just feel the form of the drawing. Just draw like this. And I asked him, like, you're the best artist in the world. You're like a drawing dragon. Like, how did you get this way? Because my drawings stink, and I'm embarrassed to show them to people. And he's like, well, everyone has 1,001 bad drawings inside of them. You've got to get them all out before you do one good drawing. You shall not pass. He's like, all right. And I realized he was right, that I had done maybe 100 drawings, and I needed to do 1,000 drawings. And by the time I got there, I got all the bad drawings out. Drawings would start to be good. So you've got to draw a lot. You've got to practice a lot. You need to turn your life into practice. Are you in school? You're bored? Draw your teachers. Draw your friends. Is your dad getting on your nerves? Draw your dad. Does he ground you for drawing him? Draw while you're grounded. Every single thing in your life is inspiration. You know, I had a sister that would drive me crazy. I turned her into a cartoon. It's like everything that comes at you is fuel for creativity. Things that are good, things that are bad. So, like, basically the ingredients are work really, really hard, turn the things around you into inspiration. Once you're inspired, keep making stuff until someone notices it. And then you can get into animation. Of course, then they say, all right, you got our attention, what do you have to say? And then it's terrifying. It's scary when the mic comes to you and you're like, oh, and that's basically what my last 4 years have been. It's just like, okay, now I got their attention, now I got to figure out what I want. But that's a whole other question. So, all right, let's see, let's go to another.